I want to introduce something that's really interesting and also is the newest feature of Anna, which is model customization. So if you click this face right here of Anna, like this right here, you will be able to see these interesting like parameters of this large LL model you are using for Anna's work. So if you click this one, personalize my stats, you basically are able to adjust. You may be wondering what are these parameters, and let me just explain this to you right now. This is something that's really interesting because I think Anna is currently the only AI agent that allows users to adjust and personalize these parameters for LLM models. So the very first thing is that why do we need to adjust this model parameters, right? How is this actually working? So at the top, we can see the model I'm using for this one is like Xiaomi's Mimo model. And the most important feature here is context window, like this one. A context window is actually the amount of information a model can consider and handle at one time. So for Xiaomi, it can handle over 256K tokens for one round. And normally and usually, a larger context window is more powerful, but it does not automatically make the agent better, because you can think of this context window as more like a desk, a large desk. If you put everything on your desk, like your old conversations, system rules, users input, memory, documents, outputs, a lot of stuff. If you put all of these things on your desk, the desk can become quite messy. That's also the same with AI agent. With super large context window, the agent it is able to have more access to more information, but this AI agent may also become somehow slower, more expensive, and less focused. So that's why we say like a larger context window is normally better, but not necessarily good. And here we have different parameters like output reserve, system prompt, and so on. These are actually how we divide this context window. So you can see here like the colors, right? This context window is allocated among things like output reserve, system prompt, and current turn, and so on. So the first part is output reserve. This parameter actually means that the space that Anna reserves for the final answer. This matters because if we use all the space for inputs, then we don't have enough space. Maybe we don't have enough space for outputs. So this is why we reserve 10% of the space for outputs. And secondly, we have this one, system prompt. It means this is the system prompt is where the agent's core instructions live. It defines like what the agent is, how it should behave, what the rules are, what rules it should follow, and what the boundaries are. And so this is the system prompt, and we reserve 5% of the space for it. We also have tool definitions. So this part controls how much space is used to explain the tools that is available to the agent, such as the tools I just showed you, right? Those tools about Gmail, those tools about Twitter. History summary, next one, history summary. This one has 3% of the space. It means the memory, compressed memory from previous contexts. So it helps Anna AI agent to remember what has already happened without carrying the entire raw conversation forever. So it's a compressed memory. And we also have the current turn, which is 10%, and this is the space reserved for the user's current request. And sliding window is the most recent conversation is kept in exact detail. So sliding window is kind of similar to history summary, but it's a little bit different because history summary is compressed, while the sliding window is the raw data, the raw context within several rounds of conversations. And summary trigger is how Anna controls where it should summarize, when, or like where or and when Anna should summarize all the context. So when the history summary trigger reaches 15%, this trigger this one will be triggered, and then Anna will start to compress the old conversations into a summary instead of using the raw data. So this is how the large models, the models will use its brain, right? It has limited space within its brain, and the space is allocated among this stuff. And if users can just allocate this space like in a personalized way, if you think in your normal conversations, like current turn is more important, you can just like turn this up a little bit, and maybe downgrade this one and give less space to history summary like this, and turn on this one. If your habit is have less rounds, but in each round there are more contents, then you can increase the space for current term. But if your habit is in each round the sentence is short, but you like to have more rounds, then you can just decrease this one and increase this one, or increase this one. So this basically you can just allocate the space as you want. Here we also have things like temperature and cost of the models and max output. And if you want to revert to the default system, you can also click this one, and then all the customized parameters will be erased, and you can go back to the default setting. And this is how we can customize your models on Anna. So that's all for today. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed our meeting today and learned something. And if you're interested, you can also join our Discord. We have a group meeting in our Discord, and which is this one. And feel free to discuss with our friends on Discord to know more about AI agent. Thank you all for your time today, and thank you for joining our workshop. If you have questions, you can raise your hands right now. If not, I guess that's all for today. Thank you guys for coming. It's really nice talking to you. Bye bye.